Live from the Toronto Rock Athletic Center, it's the championship weekend in the Arenalacrosseleague, and the quest for the All-Cup continues with semifinal action between the defending champion Toronto Monarchs and the top seed Whitby Steelhawks. Happy Easter weekend, lacrosse fans. This is the first of two games today with the winners to play for the All-Cup East Championship tomorrow afternoon. As always, Lance Wynn working alongside the crew at JVI Productions. Starting goalies for Toronto, it'll be Craig Wendy and Caleb Martin. Top goals against average in the league gets the call for Whitby. Our officials as we are underway. Simon D'Souza is the crew chief, working with Kyle Coulter and Mac Daddy Abbott. And as we are on the go right now, first possession belongs to the Whitby Steelhawks. First shot from Keenan, steered aside by Craig Wendy. Ball loose now, half boards on that right side. Flipped up, Parker Pfeiffer. Keep an eye on number 19, of course, doing some damage as always in the lineup. And Lidstone has been dangerous as well when you look at his numbers too. And Whitby doing a good job here. Last week, of course, coming off a win over the Ohsweken Bears, 16-14. A bit of an undermanned squad, both teams, but they persevered as far as adversity goes. Right back here, a win here, of course, by either team puts them in tomorrow's championship game. Plenty of time, shot clock. Finally, defensively, a good job by the Toronto Monarchs. They will get their first possession. Campbell Parker will work it, flip. He gives way to Parker Pfeiffer, and we talk about both sides of the Pfeiffer team, of course, those Fife Dogs. So Devin, of course, wearing 19 for the Steelhawks. On the other side, of course, his brother Parker, the league's leading scorer, point getter this season, dethroning, of course, John St. John on the final day. That shot stopped there by Martin. Ball loose. Whitby had it, lost it, picked it up. Quick pass up. Will send away Weller. Weller, 2-on-2. He'll look to go one-on-one, try to work his way in. Dumps it off trailer with Liam Osborne. Can't connect. Nikolai Ferris not able to grab that, and Osborne. And if you don't know about Liam Osborne, you better ask someone, because he is relentless. Both ends of the carpet. Good job to pick that up. Dying second, shot clock. Steered aside by Wendy Glove. Rebound to Osborne. Fresh 30 for the Steelhawks. Under 13 here in this opening quarter. Semifinal number 1. Ticket to the championship on the line here. Trent Boyd back in the lineup after missing the quarterfinal. They're glad to get him back, one of the leading scorers. Wendy with a big save there, right in the basket. And now Aaron Funky Walker, Dirty Talker, going to trot over the timeline, and he'll set things up with, of course, their main man, the hub, Jordan Dance. The dancer down the left side hesitates. He'll just keep circling around. Riley Ford will trail out late. Henry follows out there as well. Now it's the Fife Dog. Kicking it back over. Ford. He'll take a quick sidearm. Never got through. Rebound, Dance, no reset. 5 on the shot clock. Behind the net. Follows. The crease dive. And no goal there. Great save and great outlet pass to Rowan Kelly now. He's got numbers. He's got Conley with him. Transition defense tight, though, by the Monarchs. Pfeiffer, Devin, so a Fife Dog on each side here, going at it one more time. Pfeiffer trying to duck in on Power. Power chases him out. Mason Kaminga on him. Lidstone, he's going to try to duck in. 8 on the shot clock. A legal screen will turn it up the other way, and Kaminga now will do the inbounds and work it ahead, and it's Tanner Buck. Of course, Tanner Buck instrumental in last week's win. Toronto, of course, a big win over the Paris Riverwolves in a tight matchup there. 2017, the final. Buck lets his overhand go wide of the mark. Scooped up by Storis. Outlet pass, put some air on it. Lost up to Matt Boissonneau. Boissonneau battling with Buck. The Buck stopped right here, and Tanner will take it the other way. We are just over 11 minutes to play here, opening quarter. Semifinal number 1 here at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. Buck looking inside. That shot ill-advised by Owen Ron. Ron's had himself an outstanding season. 10 on the shot clock. The dancer. Jordan Dance goes to the bounce. Caleb Martin closed that off. And if you don't know about Caleb Martin, boy, let me tell you, the top goals against average in the Arena Lacrosse League and number of wins. 8-0 he finished the regular season with. Just 14 games on the regular schedule, of course. And now Osborne zips that across. Quick bounce. Too much on the ounce there. And it looked like it was tipped. We'll stay right here with the Steelhawks with just over 10.5 to go in the opening quarter. Good crowd on hand, of course, for this first semifinal. Wendy with a save there. Walker gets some help from Wendy on the shoulder block. Gets it out to Martino. Martino's going to leg it over the timeline. Good job by Jacob Martino. Has been doing a outstanding work defensively, and now the Fife dog is going to set it up. Working deep into that count, though, now with just 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Cody Menzies out there. Has that knocked down. Menzies picked it up. Couldn't handle it. On the run. Here come the Steelhawks with numbers. Conley, right stick side. Conley, what a save, Wendy! Oh, through the crease, the call. Craig Wendy set that one up beautifully and made an outstanding save. Toronto back the other way to set things up on offense. Into single digits now, opening quarter. Buck works the left side, half boards. Looking for a screen with Dance. Kicks it over. Swing it back over. Dance with the shot right in the basket. Good save again, Caleb Martin. And that one goes up and off, and just give a chance to take a breather here for a quick second. We talk about the coaching staff for the Toronto Monarchs. Of course, Bobby DeBrone, the head coach, his assistants, Justin Wilson, Kirby, Nick Krepensek, and Ryan Kelly. And they talked prior to this game about three things that would help the squad. Bach takes a good cross-check late, and Martin with the save. Of course, Toronto talked about discipline, staying out of the penalty box. That's been the key throughout the regular season. Keeping it up-tempo style and making smart decisions while they are running and gunning. And, of course, goaltending. They need Craig Wendy to step front and center here, keep them in this game against this high-powered offense of the Steelhawks. Lidstone had it, but he lost it. Bounce, it's free. And that'll stay right here as Matt Boissonneau on that. Whitby side, of course, Joel Johnson, the man in charge, Brad Reed, Ryan Degerden, and Will Peschneg, of course, the assistants. And they spoke about discipline as well, knowing that Toronto has a dangerous power play, so they don't want to get them off and running with that. They want to be physical, of course. Toronto, a very fast, skilled, speedy team. Riley Ford blowing by, tried to tuck it, came up with iron, and Steelhawks now bring it the other way. And, of course, capitalizing on opportunities. That's something that Whitby has made throughout this season, hence the reason why they finished an impressive 13-1. Osborne always looking on the attack. He gets chased back out. Trent Boyd, skip pass, quick stick right in the pad of Wendy. Wendy now will grab it, regroup, look for an outlet, and air it out. A good outlet pass finds Follows. Follows, going to dipsy doodle. Osborne going to work him over. Gets it over to the dancer. Jordan Dance now. Wrong stick side. And that's going to be a penalty. Astoros came out just a little too aggressive. I don't even know how Dance managed to hang on to that. But the first power play of the game is going to go to the Toronto Monarchs. Heading into these playoffs, the Monarchs, a power play rating of 50%. That was 8th in the Arena Lacrosse League. They're up against the top penalty kill unit in the league, 64% in the Whitby Steelhawks. So we'll see here, of course, the semi in this quarter. Quick shot, Riley Ford was looking for that short side, but good pad save by Martin. Loose, Dance picks it up, gets chased out, and a good job there. Fresh 30 now for the Monarchs. Still looking for the first goal of these semifinals as that pass goes awry. Steelhawks going to jump all over that, and with 7-11, that will take us to our officials' timeout. We'll take a short break. We'll be back. Set to resume after our first officials' timeout. And doing the inbounds, it'll be Colton Lidstone, as he will work the half boards on the right side, set things up, defense in order for the Toronto Monarchs, and they'll work it around, and it's Pfeiffer. He's going to look for a screen. Play on now, 10 on the shot clock. Works it over to Keenan. Mike Keenan, that shot right on. Wendy been rock solid, as has Caleb Martin here in the early going. Just as we expected, these two teams evenly matched despite the records. And when you look at the season series, of course, Whitby swept both games. They won 11-8 and then 16-13. That shot right on. Martin, a good save there with the glove. Ball loose, dotted half circle. Dance is going to hockey that out, pick it up now, and work another fresh 30 for the Monarchs. Dance working around. Pfeiffer, going to be a penalty called. It'll go to Whitby. Dance working it. Buck has an opening. Zips it across. Tried to go up. Nicked the crossbar. Follows back behind the net. Trying to dig it out of that crease area. Gets chopped down 1, 2, 3 times by Leclerc. Still has it there. And now they'll get a fresh 30. Net still in the net, though, surprisingly. Quick stick. What a save. Martin did the splits. My, oh, my. That was some outstanding goaltending, and with just 10 seconds left in the first penalty, Whitby will add to it. Legal cross-checking call, and so it'll be 5-on-3 for the Monarchs with just under 6 minutes to play. 10 seconds to kill in the first minor.
Whitby penalty number 16, Rowan Kelly, 2 minutes for checking from behind. That's Kelly for checking from behind.
Follows, and Buck on that left side, working it in. Ron snuck in from the right, shooter couldn't connect, and now it's going to be Boissonneau. Boissonneau has a man with him. He'll curl out. Peroni's going to settle things down. Adam Peroni out there wasn't in the lineup last week either, and boy, he was sorely missed. There was a few guys, of course. Jeff Fernandez getting married, and congratulations to him. That had some effect. Knocked down, and picking up that and moving that up is Patrick Thompson. He's had himself a fine season this year in the Arenalacrosseleague, doing a little everything. Defense, transition, offense, he has been a mainstay. So first penalty over, just edging in on the final minute. So Toronto looking to capitalize on something there, and they do, and it's the Dancer. Jordan Dance opens the scoring with a power play goal at 4:52. That's just Jordan Dance doing a good job from the top, creating his own angle, of course. That's his first goal of the game, and definitely the start that the Monarchs wanted, being able to capitalize on their second power play opportunity. Off the draw, Matty Boissonneau beats Kaminga clean. He'll pull it back out. He gets chased, and Campbell Parker doing a lot of the leg work. And they'll work it over to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer working one-on-one. Gets a quick shot right on. Stopped by Wendy. Wendy now will look for a quick outlet. And he'll zip the bounce pass and find Ford. Ford on the run. Under 4.5 to go here. Toronto Monarchs, of course, the visiting team despite playing at home. Great shovel save, though, by Martin. And a quick outlet pass sends away the Steelhawks. Quinn Highland. Sorry, not Highland. My mistake there. And going for a run is McKinnon. And Riley McKinnon doing a good job. They'll set up their offense, though, with plenty of time. Boyd out there on the right side. He'll cut through, and it's Lidstone. That shot over the mark. Ball loose now. No reset. 10 on the shot clock. Lidstone again now. Good hesitation. Lidstone, what a save, Wendy. Great pad save. Craig Wendy is here today. Playoff time is his time. Nick Miller now. Been quiet here so far in this game. And Miller playing a defensive role in the playoffs, of course, an offensive threat as well. And they'll work it over on that half boards, get it back, and it'll go through the Dancer. He'll work it with the Fife dog. Those two swing it down. Buck. Quick on the run. Pfeiffer couldn't catch that clean. Dance going to try to bail him out. Good job there in the body by Peroni. But a good defensive hold by the Steelhawks, and They'll look to move it up over the timeline, and a tough short hop by Romancic handled nicely, and he'll kick it over, and Tyler Goodchild will settle it down. 3 minutes to go, opening quarter. Pfeiffer on the cut, nothing doing there. Kick out Lidstone. Lidstone trying to get a step. Has it knocked away, does a good job to kick it to himself. 10 on the shot clock. Lidstone harassed as D'Amico all over him, and great defensive work by the Monarchs as they close it off with Ethier. 3-on-3, so good transition defense. Ethier now working, they got a man, 2-on-1, trailer, Ford, bouncer off the crossbar, post out. Rebound, Boissonneau. He'll look to the flip, sends away, one hand to one hand. Quinn Highland hits the trailer and Conley. Conley looking for something, zips it back. Highland, he'll pull it back out, think better of it. Good decision, getting it over to Pfeiffer. He'll work one-on-one. They'll close that off. Good defensive rotation on the help. Cutter in the middle, and it's Goodchild. Good shot, and we're tied 1-1. Great cut here by Tyler Goodchild, and even better feed as a whole lot was going on, but Whitby did a great job to stay poised, stay disciplined. They didn't panic at all with the shot clock winding down, and were able to hold it on long enough to find the right person in the trailer. Good shot off, and we're tied 1-1 with just over 2 minutes to play. Off the draw, Ben Heidecker's going to hightail it up over the timeline, and he'll flip it back, set it up with Aaron Walker. I'd like to take this second right now to send a shout out to Toronto GM Blaine McCauley. Just wanted to say, hey, how are you? And unfortunately couldn't be here today, but I know you're watching, and we of course look forward to seeing you always sooner rather than later. And we'll leave it at that. As going the other way, it's going to be McKinnon. He'll just weave through, get some help from Leclerc, tucked it in, and now Lidstrom, full head of steam. Ducks back in on power, ducks in again. Probably should have taken that shot. A whole lot of ducking going on, but Lidstrom loses it. And when you end up ducking too much, as Power a little too overly aggressive as he stands over Lidstone, and Nolan Power best to stay out of the penalty box today, be a good thing for him, and they'll swing it around Brett Harrison. Harrison and Boyd, two-man game. Trent Boyd, a highlight in itself. Keep an eye on him, but a great job there by Thompson. Takes a good hard lick. Great hands. Ethier on the move. Ethier, twister, stopped by Martin. Ball loose. Kelly's going to scoop that up. We're into the final minute here of the first. That's going to be a penalty, so Martino's going to end up going, and Whitby's going to hustle over the timeline, set it up now. 40 seconds left on the game clock. Osborne. Net empty, extra attacker out there, 10 on the shot clock. Osborne going to work it. Goodchild out there. Quick pass was knocked down, deflected. Osborne puts the head down, and that's wrapped up as Kuminga put the clamps on him. And with just 24.7 seconds to go, we may have two calls on this play. So we know Martino's initially get the initial penalty, and looks like they're calling for another too. So the Steelhawks are going to get their first power play opportunity of the game. Looks like Kuminga's going to go for a trip as well. So nothing good about compounding the problem, but a 2-2. So a 5-on-3 now for the Steelhawks with 24 seconds left in this first quarter. Osborne will be at the top. He'll play safety. They'll work 4-on-3 right now. Pfeiffer in close. Ferris in the two shooter spots. Lidstone had that one knocked down, almost redirected Wendy now, and he'll air that one out on a line. Finds the Fife dog. He'll weave through two. Good job by Osborne as they close that up, him and Ferris, and dying seconds now, and the buzzer will go. We have played 15 beautiful minutes here at the track. We're tied 1-1. We'll be back with the second quarter. Welcome back as we are locked and loaded for second quarter action, and some work to do for the defending champs as they're going to work a 5-on-3 now for a minute and a half. And Whitby will take it from Ron after burning a few seconds, and they'll set up now in the offensive end looking for the go-ahead goal. So Pfeiffer out there has got Osborne on that right side. You take a look on the left, Nikolai Ferris, of course, in his usual spot, trying to edge his way in, and Ferris takes that shot, steered aside by Wendy. Pfeiffer changes the angle, but so does Wendy. Closed up the wickets, and an outlet bullet. And that goes out of play as Wendy just flexing the muscles, exercising a bit. And Whitby now will reset with 50 seconds left in the 5-on-3. So this would be big if the Monarchs are able to come away from this unscathed. Hard to figure they can, Whitby being as good as they are. Ferris. He'll look that shooter spot. Wendy, another big save. Scooped up in the middle. Ethier, he's going to have to go for a run or he's going to lose it. Sure enough, Ferris strips him of that. Ball loose, battling for it. Lidstone in there as well. Possession belongs to the Steelhawks. 26 seconds to go here in the power play. Pfeiffer, little careless to Lidstone, and they're going to have to get on the same page here. No look pass, quick stick. Wendy scooped that up like he knew it was coming. He'll look now and look for that back door, loft that into an empty corner. Final 10 seconds remaining in the 2 penalties. Peroni, he's going to grab it, flip. Dying seconds now. So quick workup, quick chance here on the run. Ferris again. And the scouting report was work Wendy 5-hole instead. And Kaminga, good job there to wait on Kaminga and not get him defenseless by Peroni. Peroni battling, and the Steelhawks come away with it. It's Quinn Hyland. Hyland on his horse. Over the timeline, quick pass ahead, right side. Whitby waiting for someone, so a big kill for the Toronto Monarchs. Hyland now, he'll work to the Fife dog. Pfeiffer, he'll spin off one. Ethier stays right with him. Spin again on the reverse, diving, and that's going to be an illegal cross-check in the back. So a good job by Pfeiffer as he draws another penalty, and the Monarchs going to head to the penalty box one more time. Third power play of the game for the Whitby Steelhawks. You can see there, pretty easy call to make. Legal cross-check, and so after coming off a 5-on-3, the Steelhawks will have a chance here again with the extra attacker to try to get the go-ahead goal with 12:42 to play here in this first half. So Pfeiffer will be doing the inbounds. And same usual suspects out there with Ferris. Has some room now. Ferris, great ducking, great save, Wendy. Rebound, almost scooped up and moving it on up. And a chance Pfeiffer as Pfeiffer used the body and his size to take down Owen Ron, which I would have thought was pretty even matchup size-wise. So minute 30 to go here. Pfeiffer. Keenan on that left side in that shooter spot, interchange with Ferris. Keenan tried to go through a crowd. Wendy's on his game today. Good bounce pass, finds Kaminga. Kaminga up to Thompson on the run. The big man stretches, gets it off, but he's stopped by Osborne, as Osborne is a wall back there, and he'll work it up to Ferris. Ferris, 3-on-2. Zip across, Boyd. Roughed up in the corner by Parker, and it's the Monarchs that come away with it. They'll go for a jog. Walker. He's going to stay on the half boards, try to work some more clock here. 11 and a half to go first half. Dance. He'll size things up on that left side. Buck got taken down. No call on the play there. Dance is going to keep it 10 on the shot clock. He'll look to attack, but can't imagine that he'll go crazy. Got a shot right on, steered aside, and got his own rebound. So that's what the dancer does. Battling there for it, gets some help from the speedy follows. He fishes it out. Had it, lost it, had it. And still loose. Time's a ticking in that penalty. Just 10 seconds left. Monarchs. And it's the Steelhawks that come away with it. They've got numbers. Storos and Romacic, backdoor. And there's too many on the floor here. As that's what I thought the initial call was. Looked like some issues behind the play. Looks like Curtis Conley. And it is. So Conley's going to go. Toronto penalty over, so they have done a good job. So an illegal cross-check will give Toronto their third power play. They're 1 for 2. And with 10:41 to go, we'll see if the defending champs can get the go-ahead. So Dance at the top. He's got Ron with him. And that right shooter, Pfeiffer in the right shooter, Buck in the left shooter before the interchange. Dancer goes to the sidearm, that's wide, that's going to go all the way down. Chance here now. Sturos going to try to run this one down. Sturos gets hacked, and over and back to call. And possession is going to belong to Whitby, as they now are going to look to work this 30-second clock. So Ron's going to stay in the offensive end. And Whitby now is going to play here with 3. So it's going to be a 4-on-3 for the final minute and a half here, at least until Ron hustles back, which he does. We're at the 10-minute mark, second quarter. Zipped in, that pass on the money. What a great save by Wendy. Oh, baby. Craig Wendy in the house. Gay will look, he'll flip to Buck, and minute here to work with. Buck out there has got Ford with him, follows behind the net. Watch him, he's sneaky. Swing around, Buck, backhand. Ford has room. Ford, sidearm beauty. Riley Ford picking that low corner far side. Second power play goal of the game for the Monarchs. And with 9:33 to play here, it's 2-1, and you could just see perfect execution. You saw with the defenders sagged all the way down that Ford had all day to step deep inside that dotted half circle and let a beauty low bouncer go in that far corner to beat the league's best in Caleb Martin. Off the draw, McKinnon is going to scoop and go over the timeline. Transition defense there, though, for the Monarchs. And Peroni now will swing it across. Keenan will set it up. Luke Keenan will swing it across. Lidstone. Flip. Osborne. Osborne's been quiet. Too much bounce on that. That's going to go over the timeline. Here come on the move. It's going to be Monroe. Wrong stick side. Dumps it off. And it's the Dancer. What a save, Caleb Martin. Oh, pop those shoulders, kid. Made another good save. Kelly the other way. Under 9 to go. Highland. Open. On the crease. Quick. One great save to another. Wendy. Between the pipes. Stephen Portelli, he'll curl back out and wait as Thompson will provide the relief. They'll swing it across. It's the Fife Dog. So end-to-end action, and both netminders standing tall here. Semifinal number 1. Championship weekend in the Arenalacrosseleague. Follows Dipsy Doodle underhand. Stopped easily by Martin. Good outlet pass will send away Sturos. Sturos now has a backdoor, wide opening, zip through. The Fife Dog, up, down, robbed. Craig Wendy, you, sir, are under arrest. Gay now. He'll pull up over the timeline, wait for the other Fife Dog. Parker now. League's leading scorer will set it up. Dancer swinging around, Fife Dog looking for an opening, kick. Ford, bounce, oh my goodness. Put a little bounce on that ounce. That was a beauty in the top corner. Oh, Riley Ford, where have you been, young fella? Second of the game. And that one's on the highlight reel. 3-1 now for the Monarchs. Doesn't come much better than that, as I know he probably meant to put some bounce on that, but did he mean to put that right in that top corner like that? Well, either way, it's all about the results. Off the jaw, Nick Miller. Been known to fill a net or two, as Miller will weave through traffic. Get it to Thompson. Now Thompson, they'll set it up. Buck. So on a run now, these Monarchs have been playing great. Great save. Caleb Martin, 2 big saves. Point blank. Robs the outstretched arms of Thompson. And now Conley into the offensive end. Goaltenders keeping both teams in this game. Ferris, he'll survey the situation. Look for an opening, gets a screen. Him and Goodchild not able to connect. Loose in that corner. Good job to get it and get out, but a better stick check though by Pfeiffer. 5 on the shot clock. Across, and Lidstone had it, but couldn't get it cleanly in that pocket. Wendy now works it to the Fife dog. Good child to beat here. Easy flip. Walker. They'll work it. Walker will stay out there and head over to the bench. Pfeiffer on the right side with Ron. Had Ron, the dancer, right off the Whitby logo. Martin, and he'll air one out, and Highland's going to run under it on a bounce. Highland will wait for the rest of the offensive troops. 6.5 to go here in the second. It has been a dandy of a lacrosse game here. Semifinal number 1. And Boyd had an idea to pocket some highlight, goes to the shovel, never found its way through, scooped up on the run. Here come the Monarchs. Good defense there. Thompson gonna have to play the bounce. Hits a trailer. Kaminga's shot. Right on. Stopped by Caleb Martin. And with 6:06 to go, that will take us to our officials' timeout. We will stay right here and get you caught up. 2024 All-West playoffs. And a recap, it was the Blackfish versus the Shooting Eagles. Of course, game 1, 13-12 in favor of the Blackfish. Game 2, 16-11 for the Blackfish. And of course, it was a combination of offense and outstanding goaltending that helped the Blackfish come away with this championship. Of course, Brandon Humphrey, outstanding. He stopped 48 of 59 shots. Boy, oh boy. Not only that, but when you look at Tyler Kirkby, what he's done, of course, the most outstanding goaltender award for the 3rd straight time does go to Humphrey. Tyler Kirkby, outstanding. He comes away with the most valuable player and top offensive player out west. Brandon Humphrey, of course, like I said, outstanding goaltender. Top defensive player, Aiden Baker. And, of course, the Sea Spray own the top coaching staff. Congratulations, Darren McEwen, Josh Wall, Dave Kidd, Derek Milani, of course, are the tops. Congratulations to all the work done out west. One more time, you guys rock the house. In the meantime, between times, Steelhawks back to work, under 6 minutes to go here on the curl around. Lidstone had a notion, but Osborne took the shot. They'll reset now and go for another 30. Lidstone, skip pass, shovel, looking for Osborne, but instead it finds Ferris. Ferris now will swing it around down low. Quick shot from Harrison. That went off the butt end of a stick. Osborne now going to press the issue. Osborne ducks in. Osborne, sheer strike, runs into 2, gets taken down, but didn't have the ball. And Wendy now will waste no time, and it's a quick move ahead to Portelli. Portelli had a notion to get it to Buck, thought better of it, put on the brakes, and he'll look for some help as Stouros will work him over. They'll dump it down to Buck, kick it back out to Pfeiffer. Fife, 10 on the shot clock, taking a long time to get in the offense. Buck dumps it in. Fife. Ron with the rebound, tried to go over top, but I tell you, you're going to go over top of Caleb Martin, you got to go way over the top. Under 5 now. Numbers. Romancic goes to the sidearm. Wendy on the money again, and now one quick pass ahead. It's the Fife dog. Parker Pfeiffer, give and go. Thompson zipped across forward, looking for the quick stick. Instead, Martin will get it. He'll outlet now and send away Highland. Highland on the bounce. 2-on-2. Highland goes 5-hole, and they finally get one on Wendy through the wickets. In transition, it's a 3-2 game. Quinn Highland, look at this beauty pass by Martin as he lays it out nicely on a bounce. Now Highland is going to wait, hesitate, then he just changes the angle. Wendy knows full well that the scouting report says that he's been letting a few through the wickets, and he's closed that off normally, and you could see by his reaction he'd love to have that one back. 4:35 to go here. It's a 1-goal game. Off the draw, Heidecker. He'll kick it out. And Miller now has Dance with him. Miller's going to stay out there. No, Portelli, far side. Trailer now. Follows shot. That one didn't catch anything. Ball loose now. Good job battling for it, but instead Ford will come away with it on his wrong stick side. Riley Ford doing a little everything. He lost that, but a great stick check there from Ferris. And the Steelhawks now will move it up with Boissonneau. Boissonneau, that was a tough pass to try to thread the needle as Boyd was open, but only for a split second. And now Walker will bring it up over into the offensive end. Walker will work it across to Buck. Buck. No look pass behind the net. Dancer, Ron, going hard. Ron well wide of the mark there on that try. No reset, 8 on the shot clock behind the net. And that's through the crease, the call on Ron. Possession belongs to the Steelhawks. Weller over the timeline. He's going to eye that back door. And he'll get it to Goodchild. Tyler Goodchild. Under 3.5 to go. Looking on the cut. Quick shot, Boyd! So he asked for Trent Boyd to show his face, and he has, and we're tied 3-3. Just a good job from Trent Boyd, and that was made. If you keep an eye on Boyd, the way he comes off of the screen there and wastes no time. Power didn't jump out quick enough to take away that shot, and Trent Boyd made him pay. And surprise, surprise, we're tied 3-3 here with 3:20 to go. Off the draw, Heidecker's been battling with Peroni, and Heidecker's done a great job there. Usually see Matt Boissonneau in that circle, so good zip pass. Wendy's feeling it today, I tell you. Thompson, one hopper, work it around now, and it's follows, give and go buck shot. That one easy save made by Martin off the screen, and we're under 3 minutes to go in this first half. Ron sized up, Hamley on him. Ron goes to the sidearm, but he telegraphed that, so Martin read it. Good job on a short hop by Follows. Fresh 30 now for the Monarchs. Ron looking for something, anything on that side. Dumps it off. Buck takes a couple of hard hits from Morgan, and I tell you, when Morgan closes the door, it's closed. Keenan works it. Osborne tiptoes through the crease and in. Liam Osborne putting the team on his back and getting it done. First of the game, 5th goal of the playoffs for Liam Osborne, and you see here as once he takes flight, I don't care who you are, Wendy or Martin, it doesn't matter. Your goaltender's at a disadvantage, and you saw Osborne on the move and in the air give the Whitby Steelhawks a 4-3 lead. Off the face-off, possession belongs to Whitby. Swing around, and it's Pfeiffer. He's going to tuck, look for something, back out, zips it across. Ferris working with Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer fakes a shot, works it over. Lidstone trying to duck in, changes direction, swings it across, trying to tiptoe. Harrison tried to sneak it in, but Wendy closed that short side, and now a couple of passes, Monroe. He'll work it over the timeline. We're under 2 minutes to go here. Thompson, quick pass across. Good job by Follows to make sure that didn't go anywhere. Sedancer looking for something. Menzies, he'll work it right back. 10 on the shot clock. Dance gets a screen. Follows wide open. Backhand pass. Closed off though. Great job, Storos. And he'll duck through a couple, and he'll work it up and head toward the offensive end. Semifinal number 1 here. And it has been a good opening half. Boyd ducks in, quick shot. That one goes off the defender. Ethier didn't plan on saving it, but it was a great save nonetheless. Osborne with 10. Osborne, kick over. Keenan, and that one stopped by Wendy, and now again, Ethier all over this carpet. We're into the final minute now. Ethier, backdoor has Ford. Ford, gonna try to duck in. McKinnon changes that plan, closes it off with a good cross check, and now the Monarchs will set up. Pfeiffer looking to get a step, get some help from Ron. Nothing doing on a give and go. Buck shot, and it squeaks through. Tanner Buck put enough mustard on it to get it through the armpit, and we're tied 4-4. This is just some great shooting, and for all you youngsters out there, this is why you go to the overhand. You're allowed to step into it. You can go up, you can go down, you can go to either corner. And that's the difference. Buck picks up his first. He's got 4 playoff goals. And with 38.6 seconds left, it's 4-4. Off the draw. Gay. Wheels and deals. Gets it. Portelli. Tough pass to handle. Short hop. 30 seconds left on the game clock. Martin's going to scoop it up. Picked up, and we're going to get a timeout call. So the Whitby Steelhawks will call timeout with 26.9 seconds left. Give us a chance to take a break. We'll be right back. Back at her as we go to the final possession here, which should be the final possession of this first half. And it'll belong to the Whitby Steelhawks. Net empty at their end for the extra attacker. So the Steelhawks going to try to get the go-ahead before the end of this half. So Ferris out there, they're at the top now. He'll work it. Good child out there with Keenan, as is Osborne and Pfeiffer. So they'll keep it out. We're down 8 seconds to work. Go the Steelhawks. 6. Looking in. Dump off. It's knocked down. And a shot on the empty net will go in. It goes in. That one goes in before the buzzer. And that play backfired just a little bit. 30 minutes in the books here at the track. 5-4 Toronto. Welcome back. Sorry, we thought that the half was over, but just a fraction of a second, and we will do that. Let the final 5 seconds tick down, and now we are officially at the half. 5-4 Toronto. We'll be back with the third. Welcome back to the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. We take a look at the dying seconds of the opening half, and Patrick Thompson got that one in just before the buzzer went to give the Toronto Monarchs a 5-4 lead in what has been an extremely well-played first half of lacrosse, with both teams capitalizing on their opportunities. The Monarchs with 2 power play goals in 3 power play opportunities. The Whitby Steelhawks, and hence the difference, 0 for 3 with the man advantage, but both netminders, Caleb Martin has been outstanding, as has Craig Wendy, keeping his team in it. Underway here in the third quarter as Parker Pfeiffer will set things up, and haven't been able to get a good sight of where the Fife Dog crew is because they always sit together. And this, of course, a battle with one half of them wearing the gold jerseys, the other half, of course, wearing the white and green. On the curl around, Buck, quick shot, saved by Martin. Ball loose, dotted half circle, and it's fished out again, and a good job there by the Fife Dog. He'll settle it down. They'll work with 30 more to go here. Pfeiffer bounces off Boissonneau, working him over, curls out, looks to Buck. Buck used the defender as a screen, loose. Good job by Peroni, take him out, and here on the run comes Boissonneau. Boissonneau with Romancic. Romancic, screen. Boissonneau, bouncer. That's wide of the mark. Kaminga going to try to race after it. He's going to battle for it, but Goodchild will be there for the theft. He'll swim his way into trouble. Boissonneau going to try to back him up. Kaminga like a demon all over everything. Continues to teeter on that line, and it's going to be Thompson who will pick it up just before the shot clock expires, and he'll work it up now into the offensive end. It's Riley Ford. Ford with a couple of goals for the Monarchs here in this game. He'll work that left side. Isolated one-on-one. Ford on the run. That one, too much bounce with that sidearm. Pocketed nicely, and here comes Hamley with McKinnon. McKinnon couldn't get it cleanly. Great job by Ford on the back check. Great hustle. Ford took the shot, was the first man back, and the Monarchs now will regroup and get it over the timeline with the Fife Dog. Pfeiffer. He'll look. He's been quiet. Spins off one. Goes airborne. Ducks in the corner. But they're calling it a goal. That's what I thought. I thought it was the drive-by where he goes airborne and tucks it in the corner that he just left. And the Fife Dog in the house getting it done now with his first of the game. Just his second goal of the playoffs, but his first game consisted of a goal and 12 helpers. So that tells you what he's done. And the largest lead of the game, match now 6-4 for Toronto. Off the draw, Heidecker's been sensational in that circle. That's going to go up, and good hands by Brad Reed, coaching staff for the Steelhawks. Osborne, one-on-one. Nick Miller's going to try to work him over. Osborne sends it over. Lidstone gets a step, blows by Martino. What a save, Wendy! Let's say that 10 more times. Craig Wendy, the man today for the Monarchs. Keenan lets it go underhand. Read it well. Gay, he's off to the races. Gay, Portelli jumping in the rush. Gay, wrong stick side, change direction, flip. Fife Dog, he'll curl around. Keeps control. Pfeiffer, he'll go for a little run and zip it back out for a reset at the top with the dancer. Jordan Dance zips it across, looking for Fife. Good one-handed scoop off the carom. Pfeiffer swinging around, follows. Dancer edging for that top corner, and boy, oh boy, you didn't miss that one by much. Back the other way come the Steelhawks, trailing by 2 here. Unfamiliar position for Whitby. Haven't trailed this playoffs. Parker inside looking for Boyd. That was a pass inside a closet, so an awfully tough one. Lidstone now. Cross with plenty of time, 10 on the shot clock. Pfeiffer goes down hard, Power takes him. That overhand wide of the mark. Boyd tried to pretend. Pfeiffer, that one goes off. Ethier, that's the second great save that Ethier has made in this game, and I tell you, he's going to be feeling it, and it looks like we're going to get some settle down penalties here. And we don't. Good job of officiating. Bump and run, separate, and let them play as Tanner Buck now. So Toronto with some momentum here. Whitby trying to wreck the roll. Follows. Lost track of it. Steelhawks didn't. They'll pick it up. They're on the move now with Rowan Kelly. Kelly has a man with him. Kelly goes to the top corner. How about that sidearm from Rowan Kelly? Working the top corner perfectly. Rowan Kelly, transition goal, and you see here, has a man with him, but he's on his right stick side, so he keeps it and sees Wendy going into the splits down a little early. Kelly parks it top corner over the shoulder. Kelly's first, a big one, comes at exactly 11 minutes, and it's now 6-5 game as Toronto will control now off the draw. Excellent crowd on hand here. First semifinal. Stick around, of course, 4 p.m. The Oshawa Outlaws against the Brampton Express, as those two teams will battle for a spot in tomorrow's final. 10 on the shot clock. Ford on the run. That sidearm wide, and you can see getting a lot of trouble when you try to shoot on the run. It's not easy. Boissonneau will dump it. Him and Conley got a 2-on-1, but out quickly are the Monarchs defensively, and now Whitby will have to set things up under 10.5 to go here in the third. Osborne going to go barreling in. Miller does a great job, chased out. Too much action from Lidstone as he spent a lot of time crying. Save your tears for another day. We got to play some lacrosse here, and Miller will work it over the timeline, and Miller time will stay out there. Pfeiffer as follows, hits the carpet. Pfeiffer weaves through 2, gets a screen. Menzies, kickoff. Miller, Nick Miller, dodge, back in, tucks it in. Pfeiffer, look, it follows, wide open, quick stick finish. That was perfectly executed. Fife Dog to follows for the finish. First of the game, fourth of the playoffs, and this is your tic-tac-toe right here as you see it done to perfection. Miller, Parker, follows. Beauty. That's the way the game's played. Share the ball, work your teammates, and finish when called upon. 9:22 to play here in this third quarter. Just readjusting the clock here as probably have to fix a couple things. So 9:33 is going to go on the clock. We're probably not in the fifth period. We're only in the third, just to make sure we're clear on that. But either way, usually in a lacrosse game at this stage, someone's in double digits. Not the case here today. So off the draw, Heidecker looking to scoop it up. Keenan in there. He's going to be the one to do the scooping. And Whitby now with possession, trailing by 2. Teetering on that line, holding on, and a good job there by Peroni. So if you're Whitby, who do you go to here? You need something from Pfeiffer for sure. Keenan would help. Definitely Osborne. And you definitely need something from Trent Boyd, who's been awfully quiet. Pfeiffer getting worked over by Campbell Parker. And that's going to be a penalty on the horse collar. So Whitby's going to get a power play as the shot clock winds down. 0 for 3 coming into this. So Whitby now with a chance to close the gap, just under 9 minutes to play here. And it's going to be a holding call. And one of the easier calls our officials had to make, of course, as Pfeiffer at the top now. So Lidstone, Osborne wide open. You're going to give him that. He'll take that and go on home in a second. So Liam Osborne, 7 seconds into the power play, close the gap now to 7-6. First power play goal for the Steelhawks in 4 opportunities. That's the difference. And with 8:47 to play, we're back to a 1-goal game. A lot of celebrities in the house here today, of course. As Whitby now will knock it back. And, of course, if we pan into the corner there on the left side, take a look, of course. We've got Vince Longboat, one of the assistants with the Six Nations Snipers here watching. And on the run, Goodchild can't find that, and a good job by Ferris to get a hold of it. He'll backhand it off the corner. Now it's Boyd. Boyd off the post. So Martino will stop it, and I thought it caught the post. No matter, either way. And if we're talking about celebrities in the house, you look at the far corner now. Over on the Whitby side, of course, Ron Mouser Henry, head coach of the Ohsweken Bears. Hard-fought battle last week, lost a tough one, 16-14 to the top-seeded Whitby Steelhawks. Congratulations, Ron Mouser Henry, on crossing the border. Back the other way, Quinn Highland now, under 8 minutes to play in the third. He'll flip, working to Lidstone. Lidstone and Osborne on the right side. Osborne has come to life. He's got 2. Leading his team, trailing out late is Keenan, and a moving screen will give possession right back to Toronto. And they'll look to move it up with Patrick Thompson. Thompson, quick pass, sends away Ford. And Riley Ford now half boards on the left. Follows Ford, 2-man inside, Buck, great stick check, bit of a change up there, but Peroni, a great job. And now up the middle is Conley, has Cody Hamley with him. Conley tried to duck in Twister, and Wendy was making sure no one was coming up in here. I'll tell you that. It was 7:17 to go. That will take us to another officials timeout. We'll be back. Good to go as we wrap up our officials timeout. What's been an outstanding lacrosse game. Outstanding first semifinal here. 7-6 Monarchs leading. They have the possession right now, and they'll work it across to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, he'll kick it out, working to Ford. Has been outstanding in this game as well. A lot of outstandings. Fife Dog kicks a pass over, was looking for the dancer. He gets bumped off, and now the Steelhawks will look to zip it up in transition. Whitby on the move. Sturls finds the corner. Another X factor for the Steelhawks. We're tied at 7. Just a good decision here. Great job to move it up. Ball always moves faster than the feet, and on the move. Going with an overhand, Jordan Sturos with his first. And boy, I tell you, Some unlikely sources step up for the Whitby Steelhawks and have been doing that all season. We're tied 7-7, and coming into this, when you looked at the first 14 games, you figured, well, Whitby was consistent 13-1, and they had all their guns all the time, but that wasn't the case. They had to deal with as much adversity, as much ever-changing lineups as every other team in the Arenalacrosseleague, and it's been the consistency and the chemistry that's been the difference with this team during the regular season. But again, that all goes out the window when you come playoff time. They managed to deal with that player shortage in the quarters, now full roster, and this defending champion Toronto team does not want to go quietly. Miller on the run. Stopped, though, by Martin. Martin will look, and an outlet pass in the basket to Kelly. Kelly, he'll move it into the offensive end. Rowan Kelly with a goal already, a big transition goal, and it's Lidstone. Lidstone will swing it around. Highland can't find an opening. 10 on the shot clock. Lidstone going to try to come around the top of that. Patrick Thompson, great job there as he knocks that one away. Lidstone going to run out of time. He'll have to leave it. Good defensive hold now. And here we go with the Monarchs now. Just over the timeline. We're under 6 minutes to go here, third quarter. It has been a beauty game. Buck swinging across Ron. Ron has been quiet. Good spin off one. Ron airborne. On cue. Owen Ron on time. First of the game, sixth goal of the playoffs for Owen Ron. Couldn't have come at a better time. 8-7, and you can see the advantage of getting a little bit of hang time. And what a disadvantage the netminder is at when the offensive player takes flight. And a big goal there to restore the one-goal lead for the defending champs. 5.5 to go here in the third. That's going to be illegal contact. Possession will belong to the Steelhawks. So Whitby now, to the Monarchs. And Toronto will set it up now with the dancer. Miller, he's going to stay out there for this offensive set, working it to the Fife dog. That shot right on, almost rolled in, but Matty Boycedo right on that goal line made the save, and now quick pass Conley has Romancic. And that was going to be a tough connection. Tough carom as it goes right back to Wendy. And Wendy now will look for the outlet. It sends away Walker. Under 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Walker over the timeline. Ford now settled down, half boards right side. Riley Ford. Fife dog isolated one-on-one. Ford goes to the hard underhand, but that was right on. Martin stopped that. And a quick outlet pass to Weller. Weller is going to wait for some help. Powers going to pressure him and gets it over to Boyd. Boyd. Weller's going to stay out there on offense. Boyd one-on-one. Draws the double team. Kaminga will stay on him tight, and they'll work it now. Chance, quick bounce shot, and it's Ferris. Splits made by Wendy. Boy, that hurt just watching that. I think I'm out 2-4 now. Reset on the clock. Boyd, trailer late. It's Keenan. Keenan off one check. Right on. Wendy position perfect. Right out front. Lidstone. Boyd play. Stop by Wendy. Oh my. Give me a little Kung Fu Pan on that save. Power now. Good pass ahead. Gets it to Thompson. And Thompson now will settle with the dancer. Jordan Dance. Setting up shop. He'll kick it around, work it over, and it's Ron. Ron swims his way in closer. Airmails the pass. Karam, and that's going to go the other way through the crease. Follows, took a heavy hit. Dance and Boyson will mix it up. Hamley now in the meantime, between time, has a man. Hamley, saved by Wendy. He was on his wrong stick side, so limited angles. Martino the other way. Martino in some trouble, but he bails himself out. And he'll get it over quickly to the half boards and Ford. Riley Ford gets a step, tried to tuck it on Martin, and Martin shrugged his shoulders, made the save. Quick pass ahead to Kelly. Kelly has some room. Rowan Kelly already has one in transition today, but this time he'll wait for the Fife dog. Devin Pfeiffer gives it off. Osborne. Osborne creates a different angle. Osborne trying to go back the other way, and it was touched. And Pfeiffer now teetering on that line. Good heads-up play. Skips it across. Sidearm, and Wendy got the head of the stick on that out of play. So it'll stay right here with the Steelhawks, a fresh 30. 1-goal game. Kelly swinging around. Osborne isolated against Walker. Gets a screen. Got room. What a save, Wendy. Oh, Craig Wendy has brought it here today. Miller, the flip. Sends away Walker. Walker, a quick pass. Half boards. Now it's Gay. Gay looking to attack. Instead, he'll pull it out and find Dance. And Dance will reset at the top of the shop. Dance gets a step. Dance puts on the brakes, switches hands. Dance works it around, backhand, bodies flying. Ron was down, battling with Boissonneau. Battle continues and a shot clock violation, and Ron, frustrated, decided he was going to hit everything that moved, and you can bet that's going to be a face mask for sure, so something's going to come of this. And I would suspect coincidentals, and I only see one Steelhawk in, but I see a lot of fingers being pointed. So Ron for sure, and that's a definite. So it looks like Ron and McKinnon will go for incidental rough. So a couple dead ball fouls will result in coincidentals, and we'll play 4-on-4 lacrosse at least for minute 54. That's all that's remaining here in this third quarter. So just getting things sorted out. Want, of course, send another shout out to JVI Sports, of course, where the Arenalacrosseleague lives. We don't just hang out there, we actually spend quite a bit of time there, waves or no waves. So it looks like we're still dealing with some technical issues. Now I see 2 penalties up on there for Toronto, but I can't imagine, based on what they've signaled, that that's the correct call. So that is the case. So it looks like we are going to go 2-2. And the Steelhawks with possession now. As we're under the 2-minute warning, third quarter. They'll work it on that half-board. Harrison out there working with Keenan. Boyd will work it over. Lidstone gets a screen, has room, inches his way in. That was just good. Fundamental lacrosse right there, as Lidstone did a great job. And if you take a look here on this replay, watch the footwork from Lidstone as he tiptoes here to set his feet right there and gets a bullet, caught Wendy leaning to one side and put it in the other. So Colton Lidstone picks up his first of the game. We're tied 8-8, and I think anyone coming into this game thought it was going to be pretty even across the board, and this one has not disappointed at all. The Oshawa Outlaws and Brampton Express to follow this one. Second semifinal, of course, the winner here books their ticket to tomorrow's championship final right here at the track, 2 p.m. Pfeiffer's shot steered aside by Martin. Picked up now, and it's Conley in the offensive end. Now he'll wait as we are inching toward the final minute here of this third quarter. Pfeiffer. Devin will set up shop, work it up. Him and Osborne will work the 2-man game into the final minute. Pfeiffer looking across to that left side. Said he'll duck in with 6 on the shot clock. Pfeiffer gets a stick. Has that stick up high, Ether on him. Osborne ducks his shoulder but didn't tuck in the stick. Great strip there And Wendy will loft it up on a hop to Thompson. 40 seconds left. See here if the Monarchs call timeout or play through it. 40 seconds left in the coincidentals. Ford looking for Dance. Pfeiffer swings it across. Thompson, kick, Dancer. Plenty of time in the shot clock. On the give and go with Ford. Ford, shovel, had a man in Pfeiffer but couldn't get it to him. And now the Steelhawks will hustle over the timeline. 10 seconds left in the game clock. Gotta go. Keenan's gotta go. 8. Gotta go. Don't have time. 5. Lidstone. Duck it in. Kick out. Boyd shot wide of the mark. And 3/4 have rolled on by here at the track. We're tied 8-8. Fasten your seatbelt. We will be back with the fourth. Welcome back as we are locked and loaded, and I'll tell you, first 3/4 went exactly as planned, so the only thing undetermined is what goes on in the final 15. Just so you are aware, if this goes to overtime, it'll be 5-minute overtime, sudden death. If that doesn't work out, to a shootout we go, but in the meantime, between time, semifinal number 1 to be determined in this final 15. Steelhawks through the crease, the call, and Kaminga's going to scoop that up and get Toronto into the offensive end. They'll slow it down. So let's talk about now how each possession becomes magnified. Everything matters now. Fourth quarter, it is money time for the entire 15. Dance. Whitby extending their man-to-man defense out tight. Pfeiffer ducks in. That one knocked down, no. Chop. Sturos has done a good job defensively on the run. Steelhawks have numbers. 4-on-2. Sturos shot, and Wendy read that like a novel and turned that aside. Whitby gobbles up that loose ball. They'll reset back at the top with Peroni. Swinging around, Peroni will retreat. Boyd out there now, and it's Nikolai Ferris. On the run, Nikolai! Sidearm BB, and the Steelhawks have a 9-8 lead. Well, we were asking, where's Nikolai Ferris? Well, he's been out there doing a lot of other things, but that is a quick sidearm. The difference there is that instead of going to the far corner where your momentum will take you, he goes to the opposite side and parks it in that low corner. So Ferris with his first of the game, second goal of the postseason, and off the draw. So the Steelhawks now, usually in situations like this fourth quarter, if they get a lead, they don't give it up. They're very stingy that way. The Monarchs, though, masters of the comeback. Osborne creating some space, getting chopped, 10 on the shot clock. Kick out, swing it to the left. Keenan, bounce pass. Osborne has that one pop out of his stick. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Pfeiffer, get it over. Keenan, shot actually right on target. Wendy had to make a good save and a quick outlet pass to Thompson. Patrick Thompson putting together a fine season. The only sad thing about this game here is that someone has to lose and go home. Dancer! Inside! Can I have the next one, Jordan Dance? That was a beauty, tied 9-9. This is just what Jordan Dance does. Working in tight quarters, gets that just before the crease, able to control the body, stop the feet from touching the white crease line, and park it into that corner on the top netminder in the league to tie things up. Off the face-off, Dance with his second, and the Monarchs now with possession. Just as I was saying, the Steelhawks looked like they were going to try to put together a bit of a run. Instead, it's Toronto. I told you, masters of the comeback. Pfeiffer, backdoor, quick stick in. Follows, had great air time, but didn't have any finish time. 12.5 to go, on the run, transition, Connolly dumps it off the crossbar. Ferris And he rung it hard, tracked his own rebound down, ducks off a check. Ferris takes another one right in the breadbasket, stopped by Wendy. Wendy will look for a quick outlet, and it's to Thompson. Thompson on the move. Danger in transition. Danger. Thompson underhand, tried to sneak it through, but Martin laid up on that, closed the wickets. McKinnon now, back the other way. They'll set things up. Romancic will hold court. He'll stay out there on offense. And they'll work it now with Ferris. Ferris, quick swing. Lidstone working with Osborne, chased up by Ethier. Ethier, great job to get on that stick. And a late check called crease. And here come the Monarchs now and Walker. Aaron Walker has been a mainstay with this Toronto team from the onset of the Arenalacrosseleague. Thrilled to have him back again, and he continues to be the consummate professional. Under 11 and a half to go. Martin's going to air it out looking for Highland on the run, but it'll go netminder to netminder. And now Ron will work it over the timeline. Ron working the right side with the Fife dog. Cutting inside to the trailer. Great save by Martin. And what a pass to use Dance as a distraction and hit Ron instead. Boy, that was some beauty lacrosse there. Just weren't able to finish. Sturos, under 11 minutes to go. Boyd, one-on-one. Boyd, quick underhand, right on. Just a reminder, stick around. Semifinal number 2. The Oshawa Outlaws against the Brampton Express. But before we get to that, one of these two teams will be booking their ticket to tomorrow's championship. Pfeiffer gets a hook, spun around by Morgan. 10 on the shot clock. Skip. Ford, his sidearm. Just missed the mark. Pfeiffer going to have to shovel it. He does toward the net. Martin with a good basket catch there. And on the move, here come the Steelhawks with Morgan. Robert Morgan, been a defensive gem out there for the Steelhawks. Boyd, gonna call on Boyd now, you can bet. Boyd couldn't connect with that pass as Goodchild was looking for him, cutting through that middle. And now look at Ethier, as Ethier just ran into a wall and he tried to keep it going, but the 8 seconds there, and I tell you, he ran into a roadblock. And I give Ethier credit, he's got some fight, but the credit was with the blocking line. With that said, 9:54, and it looks like initially I thought we were going to go to our officials timeout, but still plenty of time left. So just settling things down. Looks like an interference call is going to go to Whitby, and that is the case. So Highland is going to head to the penalty box. The Monarchs are going to get their first power play opportunity of this half. They are 2 for 3. The man advantage. Follows behind the net. Dunk specialist working it around. Dancer changes the angle off the pipe. And on the run now is Romancic. He's going to scoop it. Dance with him. Romancic breaks. Quick shot. Wendy behind him. He scores. A short-handed marker for the Whitby Steelhawks. They have a 10-9 lead. Talk about unlikely sources. Curtis Romancic with a scoop. Dancer all over him. Puts on the brakes. Quick shot. And it just trickles through the wickets of Craig Wendy and in. And with 9:31 to play, the Steelhawks clinging to a 1-goal lead. So that's the sign of a good team when you've got contributions from all around. And that's been the case for the Steelhawks. Toronto, though, with possession off the draw, still have just under a minute and a half to go in the power play. They can answer. They've given up a shorty. Can they deliver? Dance, who rung it off the post. Dance, shorty, short side. It's the Fight Dog barking one more time. League's leading scorer with his second of the game pockets the third power play goal for the Monarchs. So that will balance out the short-handed marker they gave up and tie this game 10-10. You can see here from our angle, we saw Pfeiffer just had his sights set on that short side. And Although Martin got a piece of it, couldn't get it all. Portelli off the draw. Pfeiffer going to chase him. Devin, of course, going for a run. Portelli quick pass over, and it's D'Amico. D'Amico will relieve. Good job by Ford to handle that. We're under 9 minutes to go here in regulation time. 10-10 to score. Two teams, just one invite. Pfeiffer, kick it out, swing it across to Buck. Buck, quick shot, saved by Martin. It's knocked out and too many on the floor. That was an easy call as Buck stayed to play it. And a man had already jumped on for him defensively, so Whitby will go to the power play. It'll be their 5th power play of the game. They're 1 for 4. So a chance here with 8:37 to get the go-ahead. And I'm going to say get the go-ahead until at least the final minute, because that's the way these two teams are playing. So Pfeiffer's at the top. You've got Ferris, Keenan on the left side. On the right side, you've got Osborne and Lidstone. That's a good-looking lineup. Pfeiffer, backhand, inching in, gapping out. Osborne! You saw that coming from way back. From when he circled the net, Liam Osborne had a plan. And did he ever stick to that plan like he always does? Now watch where he starts. Way over behind the net, comes all the way around on the curl, comes to the ball, and that explosive first step, no chance for Wendy, parked in that corner, and an 11-10 lead for the Steelhawks. Liam Osborne, the captain, has stepped front and center for his team one more time. That was his 3rd goal of the game. Off the draw, Boycino will swing it around, and they'll get it over the timeline. So Romancic, as we are officially at the 8-minute mark here, 4th quarter. It has been a beauty ball game. Boyd, swing across, looking for Goodchild. Goodchild will survey, check it, they'll work it to the right side. With some room, Lidstone, too much bounce on the ounce, gets his own rebound, no reset, 3 in the shot clock. But Goodchild can't hold it. That shot right on though. Harrison, great job as he went through the crease though. And Wendy had to be sharp. I thought they may have caught Wendy napping for a second, but he made a great recovery. 7.5 to go. Monarchs looking for the equalizer, trailing by 1. Pfeiffer, shovel, run underhand right off the bread basket. Loose now. Steelhawks got to get together on the same page. They do. And it'll be Morgan over the timeline, and he'll dump it down. They'll set things up half boards on the left side. Cody Hamley will retreat, give way to Ferris. Nikolai Ferris, one-on-one. Thompson on him. He'll kick it back out. Keenan trying to swim his way closer. One-handed shovel. Diving, but that shot over top of the net. Rebound scooped up. Dotted half circle still loose. Through the crease, the call. And with 6:54 to play, that will take us to our final officials timeout. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. You are watching. Welcome back as that clock is inching closer towards tomorrow's championship final. One of these two teams is going to run out of time here, and right now the Whitby Steelhawks with a 1-goal lead over the Toronto Monarchs. That pass goes awry, and scooping it up is Boycino. He had it, lost it, had it. Monarchs still batting for it, and it's Pfeiffer that picks it up. No reset though, because there was no possession claim. 10 on the shot clock. Fife Dog squares up looking for Buck on the back door, but it was closed. Pfeiffer had a notion, couldn't pull the trigger. Loose. And that's going to be an interference call. We'll give possession back to Toronto. And Highland, not quite sure why he would do that. That's just a poor decision on his part. And an easy call sends Quinn Highland to the penalty box for interference, and will give Toronto a power play and a chance to pull even here. So dead ball foul is the official call. So now the Toronto power play goes to work. again here. And they have pocketed 3 power play goals here in this game. Usual suspects out there. Pfeiffer, dance, goes, what a save. Martin, what a rebound. What a rebound picked up. It's Owen Ron. Owen Ron on the money and on time. 4th power play goal, and this is just a good heads-up play. You can see Ron sitting in the middle. Scoop and shovel all in one motion. No chance for Caleb Martin. No chance for us to catch our breath because we're tied at 11. Just over 6 minutes to play here. Semifinal number 1. Take a look. You can see the Oshawa Outlaws and Brampton Express. They are in the building, setting up shop, getting ready to go for our 2nd semifinal. But we've got something to deal with here, and bodies on the carpet. Heidecker went down, and I think it's going to be a trip, and I think it's going to go to Matt Boissonneau. So it's not Boissonneau. It's going to be Romancic that's going to get it. So the Monarchs, Merry Christmas one more time, as they'll get another power play opportunity with just over 6 minutes to go. So not helping their own cause, the Steelhawks, very uncharacteristic like, and either way, still got to execute, still got to score. Dance tried to scoop that sidearm. Ron lost his stick, went through the crease as that piece of lumber was chopped right out of his hand. And now the Steelhawks will look to move it up and burn some clock with Conley. They'll send it over to Boyd on the half boards, right side. 5.5 to go. Crunch time, baby, crunch time here. 10 on the shot clock. Good child, gonna go for a jog. Cutter, Lidstone, and he scores! Lidstone at the right place, right time. They lull Kuminga to sleep. And 188 beats another 88 by a half step and puts it in the back of the net for a 12-11 lead off a shorthanded goal. So minute 15 left in the power play. Toronto's going to scoop it up. So they're going to have to do what they did last time. Going to have to balance it out with a power play goal. They've given up a shorty. Pfeiffer trying to change the angle. Buck tried to tuck it. Net gets moved, and they're going to have to reset it. And lacrosse, of course, net's not on pegs, so there is some movement allowed, and just resetting things there as shot clock now at 30. Okay, we're good to go here. Pfeiffer, dance, Buck at the top. Ron parked, posting up in the middle. Back door, up, down, up, down, up! The Fife Dog, leading scorer in the league, gives his team a 12-11 lead. Sorry, let me check myself. 12-12. So a shorty and a power play one more time. Second time that's happened for the Monarchs. And with just under 5 minutes to play, it's tied at a dozen, and you saw there Parker Pfeiffer had Caleb Martin at his mercy. Not a whole lot you can do when a guy with hands like that's in tight like that off the drop. Boissonneau, he'll dump it down, and another member of the Good Hands team and another member of the Fife Dog squad in Devon will work it over. Boyd not able to handle that, coming streaming out. Campbell Parker, he takes a lick. He'll keep on going, and that will be a interference call. Possession to the Monarchs deep in the offensive end. Ford will swing it out, and it's the dancer. Has some room, gets a step. Dance to the bounce. What a save, Martin. Note that. That could be the game saver right there. Beauty job as he robbed Jordan Dance from point blank. And now the Steelhawks with a chance at the offensive end for the go-ahead. Ferris on the run, bouncer stopped by Wendy. Scooped, and some good help in that crease there by Pertelli. And Pertelli now will roll off a check, get it over the line, and work it to the Fife dog. Pfeiffer is going to direct some traffic as we hit the 4-minute mark. Pfeiffer, 10 on the shot clock. Zipped, looking for Dance, and Dance went down awkwardly, and he's slow to get up. I don't know if he tweaked something. We'll have to keep an eye on that. McKinnon, though, in the meantime, between time. McKinnon shot stopped by Wendy. Back the other way comes Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer looking for Kaminga. Kaminga. He'll curl out, wait. They'll reset it with Patrick Thompson, and then back to the top. In follows. Follows. He'll skip it. Buck out there. No Dance this time around. 10 on the shot clock. Skip. Buck. Underhand. Easy save. Rebound on the doorstep and through the crease the call. So possession belongs to the Steelhawks. Headed up the other way in a tie ball game. Couldn't ask for anything better than this. Down low. Boyd. Trying to turn the corner. He does. Reverse. Boyd. What a save by Wendy. Oh, blow my mind. That was some kind of goaltending there. So I said that could be a game saver at this end. That there could be another one. Looking for room to the bounce. Wendy to the splits. Great save. He'll look to zip it out. Airs it out. On the money. Forward. Forward. Not the car and off the post. Rebound the other way. Matty Boyson, 2.5 minutes to play in this first semifinal. We're tied. Good shot. Has Osborne. Osborne, the money man. He'll kick it out, swing it around Harrison. He'll work it over, and they'll go to Romancic. Romancic tried to take a little something off, 10 on the shot clock. Good child will bail him out. Try to inch closer. Gets it over Lidstone. Lidstone weaves. Lidstone bouncer right on. Stopped by Wendy. So Toronto dodges that bullet. They'll bring it back the other way as we are headed to the 2-minute warning. What a ball game here at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. Semifinal number 1. Arenalacrosseleague semifinals. Ron has room. Thinks better of it. Changes. Reverse. Tried to go short side. No goal. Creased the call there. Good call as Mac Abbott was right on top of that play, as our officials have been all game. Peroni, think better of it as we're headed toward the final minute and a half here. Someone's going to do something somewhere sometime. Pfeiffer, skip. Keenan, across. On the run, Ferris didn't get through. Trying to get his own rebound. Ferris, scoop it, dying seconds. He'll shovel. Chance here. Tic-tac, off the crossbar. In the dying seconds, Steelhawks had a chance. Instead, the Monarchs now, as we are into the final minute. Pfeiffer. Ford had it pop out of his stick. Rebound, Conley. Whitby has it. They're going to move it up over the timeline, expect them to call a timeout. But Conley, full head of steam. Conley, bouncer, scores! Conley! Who would have thought that? Who would have diagrammed that play? Conley with the go-ahead 13-12. Well, everyone expected Conley to pull up, maybe call a timeout. He never broke stride. Never had a notion, had Highland wide open, took the hit. But Conley, right now, the hero for the Whitby Steelhawks. First of the game for Curtis Conley, 48.4 seconds left. So the defending champ's going to have to pull a rabbit out of their hat here if they're going to defend again. Off the drop, Peroni wins it. Look to them to burn some clock here. They're going to try to bring it all the way down. They want the Toronto Monarchs to have just one possession. Sturos has Pfeiffer deep in the corner. Pfeiffer ducks through one, weaves through two, creates his own space. Still time on the shot clock. Airs one out, 10 on the shot clock now. Keenan zips it. Karam looking for Osborne, and now It's going to go to the Monarchs. They're going to got to get it over there. Call timeout with 17.9 seconds left on the clock and in the season for one of these two teams here. As we take a look here, and this is just good, aggressive transition lacrosse. Conley to the bounce shot. You saw Wendy leaning. I think Wendy was looking for that pass across the Highland that never came. And more importantly, a good decision made by Conley there. And you see him as he took that hard hit. He just wants to send a message across that when it comes to fundamentals, when in doubt, go to the bounce shot. That's your money shot there, and you can see. So they put a couple more seconds on the clock, as you can see Brad Reed, Joel Johnson working their troops. What does Bobby DeBrone and his coaching staff have here for the final 19.1 seconds? Trailing by a goal, net empty at the other end. This is their house, defending champs, trying to stay alive and push this to an overtime at the very least. Dance will do the inbounds. Buck forward on the left. Follows in the middle. Ron Pfeiffer on the right. Here we go. It's on. Dance. That shot blocked and goes up and into the crowd. That was tipped, and good job by the officials as that went off a defender. And the officials are going to get together on that. As you can hear all the other officials that are out on the floor, they're making the call. And I think, based on our vantage point here, that I'd like to think that that certainly went off a play. And you can see here. So the question is, and it looks like it goes off a Monarch player. That's the right call. So great job. It did. It went off a Monarch's arm and gives Whitby back possession. So great call. Great call. I mean, no one on the floor has the ability to see the replay like we do up here, but clearly it showed it went off a Monarch's glove and out of play, and it should belong to Whitby. And with that said, you could see we will take a quick timeout here. We'll be back with the exciting finish after this. Back here, and a pivotal play, as you can see that one clearly go off the glove of Riley Ford and up into the mesh. So we know some controversy, but boy, I tell you, officials did a great job. So 11.8 seconds left, double team now. Money man Liam Osborne gonna have to get it over the timeline. This is gonna be big here. Osborne bounces off one, loses it. Thompson knocks it down the floor. Time's running out. Ford picks it up. Pfeiffer, one last chance. Dumps it over. Late. Chance diving. What a save. No goal. Time has expired. The Whitby Steelhawks have hung on for a 13-12 win. What a finish. Oh my, oh my, 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 my. That was a beauty game right there. And don't tarnish it, boys. It was a good one. Good effort at the end there, and you can see that Toronto did everything in their power to try to pocket that last one, and emotions run high. But boy, the only sorry tale about today, like I said, is that someone has to lose. So chance here, you take a look at that. Pfeiffer, beauty, finds, follows, diving, but a great save when it mattered by Caleb Martin. And unfortunately, the defending champs can hold their heads high as they fall to the top team in the Whitby Steelhawks 13-12, the final there. So the Steelhawks have booked their ticket to tomorrow's final. We've got one more semifinal to follow this one. The Oshawa Outlaws, the Brampton Express. Stick around. You're watching the Arenalacrosseleague playoffs here on the JVI Network.